What if I told you you could upgrade your OEM stereo without removing anything? An easy, simple install that you can do at home. You'll get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as front and rear cameras, and a 7-inch touchscreen. And this is something you can do yourself without pulling out your stereo, doing your dash, and all that type of stuff. And at around $200. Would you say that's too good to be true? I don't know, because I have not tested this one out yet. But let's get it unboxed. I'll give you my honest opinion, what I think about it, and who I think this may or may not be for, depending on how well it does in the test. You know, it's nice to have a nice presentation on the unboxing. This is one of the cameras here. Very nice. This comes with a straight up reverse camera and a real separate dash cam. It's not actually built into the screen. All right. I'll get all this stuff out. We'll figure out how it hooks up and give a quick look at the quick start guide, and we'll see where we go from there. All right, this is not too terribly hard to assemble. You can see you have your main piece here. You can tighten that arm up and down. This arm will extend out. As if you see on the back here, you have a little arrow, and you have an arrow here. This goes in here, so that goes inside of here and slides over. Although I will tell you that it shows an arrow here going this way. What you might think first is you're going to have to match the arrows up. That is not the case. This arrow needs to go the opposite direction. Once that snaps in, this arrow tells you this way to snap it out. And then from there, you've already got your ball joint unhooked. Push that inside of there, into the ball mount, then you tighten up. You have your unit ready to go, and obviously you'll have to tighten the wheel down when you get it to the spot you want to use it. There you go. It's fully assembled. Now we'll go about hooking it up and testing out the features. Go to DVR. Now it's going to let us see the camera. I guess we're on the rear camera here. So I will say that it's a nice camera. For a backup camera, it's pretty nice. I think you get a good quality picture out of this. Better than most factory cameras, to be honest with you. Let's see about the front camera. It looks like it's a little bit not as wide of an angle, but the quality's decent. I will say that, let me take the film off, maybe that'll help. Yeah, it's about the same quality as the rear camera, so I think it's very acceptable. Better than most factory cameras that I've seen. I think these look great. Super impressed with that. So let's go on and check out the other features. Alright, as far as the install, this is as easy as it gets. You find your 12-volt plug, you plug this in, you run the cord to the Atoto right here, hook it up. Then you take your auxiliary, hook it to the auxiliary on your head unit, and then put it in auxiliary mode, and you are hooked up and ready to go. Now, one thing I did notice when doing this is when you have the auxiliary plugged up, it is very hard to get a USB stick in there. This one will fit, but you're kind of jamming over the 3.5 jack, and not all USB sticks will work. This one, for example, is wide on the edges, so it's not going to fit. You're only going to be able to use slim USB sticks, so any of these old school big USB sticks will not work. Alright, the next step is going to be to run a pink noise track and see where we're at on here. What we're testing for is to see if using this in line changes the sound of the actual Kenwood radio. So we're going to test with the Atoto hooked up and running the music through there. Then we'll go ahead and disconnect it all, and we'll run it straight through the Kenwood head unit, and we'll see what the response is on that. Alright, we're going to start the test with the Atoto hooked up. You can see what ambient noise we have, and of course when I speak. So I've got the pink noise track hooked up. We'll go ahead and start it and see what our response is with the Atoto hooked up. Alright, we've got that test done. We'll unhook it and see if the graph looks the same, similar, or different. Alright, now we've got the Atoto unhooked, so no power to it. As you can see, we still have the RTA hooked up. We're going to play the same track, same phone right here, and we're going to see if we have any difference on the RTA as far as output goes. Alright, as far as hooking up to CarPlay, super simple. You just hook it up to Bluetooth and you have the CarPlay option and you're in the standard CarPlay screen. No troubles here. You can obviously go to your phone, go to Spotify, go to Maps, and it's pretty easy. Spotify, just like you would have on any other CarPlay. No troubles there. The screen is pretty responsive. I don't have any problem with the screen. Very easy to see. Although it looks in camera like you're seeing glare, in person it doesn't. And if I just change the angle, you're fine on the camera as well. So really nice display. It's not really super high def like you would see on your phone, but it's comparable to most radios out there. And it has a really, matte, kind of a softer looking display, but I think it displays pretty well. In my opinion anyways. Alright, now let's walk through, some of my impressions of this. There is a slight delay when you're using the play button on here to the phone, so I'm going to press that now and let you see how long it takes anyways. It's a very slight delay, not terrible. Alright, so let's dive into the unit itself. And when you're hooking it up, one thing you're going to need to do to make sure that this works output-wise is make sure you have audio output clicked on and the auxiliary clicked as well. And that's going to let you output from this device to your head unit. If you don't do that, you'll get no sound. You'll think something's going wrong. Now that that's covered, we can kind of look into the menu. So you can see here there's a volume bar. You can just control it simply by clicking it up and down. You can adjust your dimming settings here, so you go full brightness and go all the way low, or you can put it on automatic. Then you go into your settings menu and you have your music, CarPlay, any save photos, DVR, and then the settings themselves. So you can change the wallpapers on your display if you have a preference there. Now, one other thing that this comes with is a little remote control that you put on your steering wheel here. So we'll play some music and we'll get that going and show you how well the remote works. I think this is a pretty nice add-on. It's got a rubber hook around spot, so you just hook it up to your steering wheel and you got some, on the fly steering wheel controls right there. So let's demo that right now. Alright, let's play with this remote. I'll turn up the volume a little bit and show you the play and pause. Alright, so you have a few features here. You have a built-in dial for volume, which I really like. And you can see it as I turn it. You can see it adjusting it up here. So that's a nice feature. You got your phone call receiver here. You have a mute here. You have a play and pause. Let's pause it. Play it. Now I will tell you, when you're pushing these buttons, if you just use one finger, it's going to kind of flex on you. But if you kind of just grab it, which, is pretty intuitive, just Alright, now we'll skip track. So it's nice. This is a nice little touch. Maybe if it had a little bit better mounting situation where it stayed static, that would be better, but I think it's a nice feature. Alright, so overall, what did I think about the Atoto P8? For a little over $200, I think you're getting a lot of value for your money if you need this. So if you have an older car that did not come with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, this will really help you out. Or if you have a vehicle with a really crappy small screen, this will be a worthwhile upgrade to you. You get a lot of bang for the buck. You get 2 cameras, one front, one rear, so you can do a dash cam action and a backup camera in the same click. They're pretty high quality too. They claim 1080, and I believe that. It looks very good on the screen, so no problems there, and it's a nice feature to add. At a little over $200, I think you're getting a lot of value for money if you look at this as a factory upgrade, one that you don't have to rip into the dash to make happen. Very simple to hook up. Anybody can do this. So with that being said, the complete wrap up, I think this is a pretty good unit at a pretty good price. You get, 2 cameras straight out of the box. You get a nice screen, several mounting options. You get a steering wheel remote. So you get quite a few things for the money. So if you were interested in this in any way and you watch this video, can I recommend it? Absolutely. I think it's a solid unit for the money. It's really a bargain price if you ask me. So with that being said, I hope you do enjoy these style of videos. If you want to see more just like this, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed and click the little bell. So with that being said, I know that I'm going to catch you on the very next video. A big shout out to all my supporters, but a special shout out goes to the 6-star or more members: El Fuego Audio, Baba, Corna, Scott McCord, David Kozlek, Scott Dielbeck, Dennis Cromwell Jr., Boxboy Audio Sound Solutions, Travis McLennan, William Berg, 2001 Monolithic, Joaquin Juarez, Old School Stereo, Living Loud with Andy, Thomas Marshall, Kevin Lautner, D. Stewart, Jesus Tires, and Bobby Burkett. You can join the team for as little as $2 a month, get your name in the credits for as little as $3 a month, and for as little as $6 a month, you can get your name read aloud. Join me at patreon.com/hi-fi Vega. Oh.